Hello everyone, I'm Mohammed Islam Shishir, and today I'm going to solve this problem called Valid Sudoku. So let's go through the description over here. So what they're trying to say is that determine if a 9 by 9 Sudoku board is valid. Only the field cells need to be validated according to the following rules. So each row must contain the digits 1 to 9 without repetition. Each column must contain the digits 1 to 9 without repetition, and each of the 9 by 9 each of the 9 3 by 3 boxes of the grid must contain the digits 1 to 9 without repetition. Note that a Sudoku board partially filled could be valid, but it is not necessarily solvable. Okay, only the field cells need to be validated according to the mentioned rules. Okay, so to put it simply, what they're trying to say is that each number, like let's say the number 5, this should occur only once inside this row. So if we consider this row as row number 0, then number 5 should be occurring only once in this row. If there is a duplicate, then it's not going to be a valid Sudoku. So same goes for the columns. So the number 5 should occur only once in each column. So yeah, the number 5 can occur in other columns, that's not going to be a problem, but in each column each number should occur only once. There shouldn't be any duplicate numbers. If there is a duplicate number in any of the columns or any of the rows, then it's not going to be a valid Sudoku. And same goes for the grids. So this is one grid. So we have like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 grids. So each of the grid should have unique numbers. So there shouldn't be any duplicate numbers in any of the grids. So that's pretty much it. If we can determine that uh, all of all of the rows and all of the columns have unique numbers and all of the grids have unique numbers in them, then it's pretty much a valid Sudoku. So if a duplicate value is found in any row, column or grid, we return false. If no duplicate is found on a current row or current column or current grid, then we just update like our data set. So yeah, and after going through the entire board, if we don't get any duplicate numbers, then it's a valid Sudoku and we return true. So the only difficult part in this problem is that like we have to determine in which grade we are currently on. So there is a formula for that. So the formula is like we have to divide the row number, the index number of row with 3, then multiply with 3, and then we have to divide the column number with 3 and add both of them together. So that's going to give us the grade number. Let's see an example over here. So if we consider this, like if we are on this value, so the column number of this value is 4, so we are on column number 4 and row number 5. So row divided by 3, so 5 divided by 3 is going to be 1. So we have 1 over here, and 1 multiplied by 3 is 3. So this part has 3, and column divided by 3, so column number is 4, so 4 divided by 3 is still 1. So 3 plus 1 is 4, and as we can see we are on grid number 4. So 0 1 2 2 3 and 4. So that is how we are going to determine in which grid number we are currently on. And for the grids, we should also have to determine whether we have a duplicate value or not. We are going to have a set for each of the index of the rows. Like each row should have one set, and that set is going to tell us if we have any duplicate values on that set, that row. And each column should have a set for that. So a set for index number 0 is going to tell us if we have any duplicate numbers on this row. And the same thing for the grids. So for each grid, so for this grid we are going to have a set, for this grid we are going to have a set. So this is going to be this set is going to be for this grid, and each set is going to tell us whether we have a duplicate number on that grid or not. So yeah, let's go through the let's try to code it out. Maybe it's going to be easier to understand. So first let's take the length. So length is board size. We're going to take unordered set of character, and the number of sets we're going to have is the number of, we have 9 cells in each row, 9 cells in each column, and 9 cells in each grid. So we're going to have 9 cells, 9 sets for each row, column, and grid. So grids length, okay. Now let's look through the board. Row less than len, row plus plus, and column. So okay, so the value is going to be bold of row and col if the value, we also have empty cells over here, so we have to skip the empty cells, because empty cells are always going to be repeated. So there are multiple empty cells in each row, so we have to ignore the empty cells. So that's why we're skipping or continuing if we find any empty cells. Continue. Okay, so now we have to determine in which grid we are currently on. So int grid row divided by 3 into 3 plus col divided by 3. So that's going to give us the grid number. And now we are going to check whether we have the current value inside any of the sets. So if rows of row dot count, if this value already exists in the row, or calls of call dot count grades of grade dot count return. If we find any duplicate, then we return false. Otherwise, if we don't find any duplicate characters or numbers, we are going to add them inside the set. So rows of 4 insert val grades of grade so yeah, we are checking whether we have any duplicate values, and if we don't have any duplicate values, we are inserting them to the sets, and after iterating through all the cells, if we don't find any duplicates, then we return true. So yeah, this should work. Let's see. Okay, so board okay, I misspelled board. Okay, now if we submit this, it should get accepted. Okay, now there is like another type of solution for this problem. Let's do it in Python. So let's say we have we try to reduce the space complexity. So size, so we are going to use one set for this problem. So yeah, and we're going to insert everything in that set to determine whether we have any duplicate values or not. So size, and let's say sin. So size is going to be length of board, and this is going to be a set. Okay, I forgot I have to work on my Python syntaxes, how to have a set in Python. So yeah, set. Okay, for I in range size. Okay, let's say this is row, and for call in range size, so value is going to be board of row call if value is empty cell. We're going to continue, otherwise we're going to see in which grid we are currently on. So grid is going to be row divided by 3. In this case we don't need this, I guess. Let's make a set of keys. So keys, so in this array we're going to hold all the like uh, we're going to make a key value pair for the rows, columns and grids. So rows of row should have the value calls of call. So for grid we're going to do something different. Grids. Okay, so okay, we don't need to call it rows. So grid of row number this and call number this. Okay, so we're going to loop through the keys. So key in keys, if key in scene. So if we find any of the keys or any of the any of the keys inside the set, then we're going to return false. So return false, otherwise scene dot add I hope I'm right. So scene dot add key. Okay, and if we don't find anything like any duplicates, then we are going to return true. I hope this works because I'm not sure about this. So invalid syntax key. For key in keys. Okay, that worked. So now we can submit this. Yeah, now let's solve it in Ruby. We're going to try the same approach over here. So len is going to be board dot length and scene is going to be set dot new len dot times to row and len dot times to call value is going to be board of row of column if next if val equal empty cell and keys is going to be keys of key, keys of rows of key, rows, and so this is the key for row. Same thing we're going to do for call doesn't matter, these are just keys. We're just trying to see if we have any duplicates or not. So if any of the, like if we have this key, like if this key already occurred before or not, that's what we're trying to see over here. So grades, grade of row divided by 3 and all divided by 3. We don't have any code formatter for Ruby. That's a problem for me. So keys dot each key return false unless key dot end scene. So if we already have this any of the key in this set, then we're going to return false, and otherwise we're going to just add the key in the set. And if we don't find any duplicates, then return true. Let's see if this works. Okay, key dot add sim is set new. Okay, maybe the method is not add. Let's see. No, it is that. So why isn't it working? What did I do wrong here? Sorry. The name of the set is going to be in front. Scene dot add key. So this should work. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, that worked. So yeah, I should remember this. So set dot add. Okay, now let's do it for JavaScript. This is the last one. So okay, so length is going to be import dot length. Scene is going to be new set for let row equals 0, row less than length, row plus plus, So let val equals to board of row call if val equal empty cell, then return, then continue. Otherwise let false. Let's get the grid over here. So let floor equals map. So grid equals floor of row divided by 3 into 3 plus floor of call divided by 3. So keys key of key of val. So we're going to do the same thing for grid and grids calls call row rows. For key of keys if key return false, scene add key. Okay, after that we're going to return true. Let's see if this works. Wrong. Where did I go wrong? Row.length, scene, new set, value, if value is empty. Let's do it in another way. Scene dot as key. Okay. So now this should get accepted. Okay. So yeah, this was the solution for this problem, valid Sudoku. So yeah, sorry I made a little bit of mistakes here and there. Yeah, so if you guys think there is a better approach for this, or I could do it in a better way, please let me know. And thanks for watching. I'll be like coming up with new videos in the future. So yeah, thank you.